No one is coming to save you. Now, what am I talking about today? By the light of the moon right there. I'm up early. I'm up here doing the hard work. That's important point to think about here. I get a lot of comments on the channel. Not a lot, but every now and then I'll get a comment, right? Specific type of comment. And I think we're all guilty of this as musicians. In the past, I think a lot of us, thought that there was going to be some, magic record label that was going to appear and grab us out of obscurity and take us off to the promised land. What would be the promised land? The promised land would be a record deal, and all your dreams would come true, and they would tell you how great you are, and they would fill you with all the love that perhaps you don't have within your heart. Now look, I think a lot of us, need to realize, and this is the same thing for whether you're a young guy or you're an old guy in this music business, that the only person that can save you, the only person that can help you is the person that you look in the mirror at every single day. Person that looks back at you when you stare into that mirror. This is maybe the most important lesson that I'm going to teach anybody, young or old. Here's the deal, man. No one is coming to save you, all right? If you want to make something happen in life, you're going to have to do it yourself. It's not reliant on finding the perfect drummer. It's not reliant on finding that awesome bass player that your band may be looking for. It's not even reliant on finding the perfect singer. Now, all through my time in the Sunset Strip, I thought, man, if we could just find the right singer, dude, we'll get signed, dude, and then all of our problems and everything will be just amazing. I thought it would solve relationship problems. I thought it would solve money problems. I thought it would solve personal problems. And now I realize none of that would have been true. The only person that would be able to help me, the only person that would solve these problems, was not some magic singer that I was going to find, was not some magic producer, was not some record company executive that was going to come along and sweep me off into superstardom. Perhaps that superstardom would have just sent me spiraling down a much darker pathway. And maybe today I realize that all of that, all of those trappings of fame, all of that stuff that I thought I wanted, I really didn't need. I didn't need any of those things. What I needed to do was get my life in order. What I needed to do was focus on being a better person. And what I needed to do was not worry about fame, not worry about money, not worry about all of these things, not desiring to have a sports car and a mansion on the hill. These are revelations, man. And here's the deal. No person, one person can make those things happen but you. Right? I get people asking me. I had a guy one time, and he would send me pictures of his feet as he was laying in bed, and he's staring at the TV watching one of my old band videos, and then commenting on the video and saying, yeah, it sounds like Van Halen. Yeah, but my stuff is better. And I'm Southern rock. And give me a producer. Just give me a name. Just give me a name. And I've got the greatest song in the world. And look, man, if this guy is watching this video, look, man, I'm not trying to make light of you or your situation or any of that. But man, first of all, let's unpack all that. If you want somebody to help you, giving backhanded compliments and weird pictures of your feet as you're like watching a video, that's not a way to get me to help you. Okay? And here's the deal, man. If you've got a great song, record it. If your song is amazing, get out there and market it. Do the work. Finding some magic producer. Look, here's the bottom line. People are asking me, give me a producer, give me an engineer, give me somebody that can help me. These people don't work for free, right? You are an unsigned artist, right? And you're going to have to cough up some money. These people want to get paid. That is the reality of all of this. And the thing is, man, they're going to take your money. That's the reality of it. They're going to take your money. And I did a whole video on this, on the Nashville scene, where there are these producers and they get artists in there who they don't have, they know don't have a shot in the world of making it. And they, tell them, oh, give me $10,000 and I'll produce your song and I'll get all these top studio players on it and I'll do all this stuff. And man, it's going to be incredible. And they spend the money, they get the money, they call up their uncle, or they borrow money from the bank, or they do whatever. They spend all this money. What ends up happening? Probably not a whole hell of a lot. Even if I gave these people the names of producers that would be willing to take their money and record their song, you could record a song and have a great song, and nobody in the world will hear it because you have not done the work. You have not developed a following. You have not made yourself someone that people want to support. You can't just have a great song and go, look at me, look at me, look at me. Trying to get your Facebook friends to listen to your latest single. Let me tell you something. That is a tall order. That is a hard thing to do. Your Facebook friends, the person you drove to school each day, your buddy, back in high school and this and that, and all the girlfriends you used to date, they don't give two craps about your music, bro. They don't give two craps. They're not gonna waste 2 seconds of their time to click on it and give it a listen. You have to develop a following. You have to be a good person. You have to be kind. You can't just constantly ask for things from people. If you want someone to help you, do something for that person first. That is the realization of the business. If you've got amazing songs, then find another great writer that has success and maybe say to them, hey, I've got some great songwriting ideas, but they need some finishing. They need some polish. Would you co-write with me and, help me finish these songs? Maybe then, think about that. Maybe that person would add those songs to their catalog if they truly are great. If they truly are great, maybe they would, and maybe they would get somebody else to cut them. There's still no guarantees. The business is built on false promises. The business is built on dreamers. What do I mean by that? The music business is built on dreamers. Producers, there are many producers that aren't producing hit albums anymore. They're producing artists that want to be. Maybe the guy had some success in the past. Maybe he, has done some great things, but he also needs to pay the bills each month, just like anybody else. Now, if you have money and you want to spend it on that, then all the more power to you. But it's not going to be the be all end all. It's not going to catapult you into fame. It's not going to fill your heart with love. It is not going to make you a superstar. You are not going to instantly find women more attracted to you all of a sudden because you're just amazing. You're just amazing. Look, we are all amazing in God's eyes. We have all been given great talents and gifts. We all have. Whether you think my music is crap and yours is better or whatever, none of that matters. None of that matters. You could write a crappy song, but it appeals to people, right? Nobody ever accused the Clash of being great musicians, right? But they wrote some songs that touched upon, caught a wave, caught a musical wave, put out some songs that, caught on and built a career. They didn't do it waiting on some producer to come pull them out of obscurity. They were living, hand to mouth, rehearsing in an old room somewhere, and built something from the ground up. But you can't be reliant on other people. You can't expect people to just go out of their way and help you. Now, if you build something and you build a following and you have, created this whole thing, man, and look, this is the work that I'm doing here every day. This is the hard work that I'm doing while most people are sleeping right now. I am up building a following. I'm up building people and teaching them things, man. This is a very powerful lesson that I'm teaching right now. Even if you're posting every day your musical clips, right? If it's not connecting with people, if you're not seeing your followers go up, if you're not seeing any progress with it, then you've got to change your approach. You've got to try something different. You can't just keep doing the same thing each day and expect different results. Even look at this channel. If I'd have just posted clips of me just playing each day, and not saying anything and not telling people how it really is, the channel would not be growing. The channel would not be doing what it's doing. But because I'm getting up before the sun's up, with the moon still in the background, and telling you these truths that no one is coming to save you, you have got to figure it out yourself. And look, man, if you're living in a van or whatever you're having to do, and you're thinking one person is going to save you, they're not, okay? You've got to save yourself. If you think recording music is, going to be your claim to fame or whatever, that's fine. Get a laptop, record in your van. Maybe make the most real music you possibly could. Maybe start a vlog. Maybe, do something other than just wait for things to happen, thinking if I just had this one person who could see how great I was. Look, if you believe you are great, your job now is to make the rest of the world believe it. Right? If you believe you're great, your job now is to make the rest of the world believe it. How do you do that? Well, everybody's path is different. Everybody has got to, you've got to find your way, man. This is the Rubik's Cube of life. This is the Rubik's Cube of life. And you have got to twist and turn it and figure it out, man. I can give great advice. And this, like I said, this is one of the greatest lessons I could possibly ever teach on this channel. But your personal path to success, you're going to have to figure it out by constantly working on it. constantly working on it, not waiting for something to happen, not waiting for somebody to come and discover you, not waiting for anything but for you to get off your butt and make it happen. Do you get it? Do you understand? I think this is a powerful lesson. I think everybody that left comments, that asked me these type of questions, hey, and look, man, if you got the money and you want to go record music and you want to hire a drummer and you want to hire a bass player and make something great and do all that, man, that's easy to find. That's easy to find. Go to LA, go to New York, go to Nashville. Ask around. You know what? Make a social media post. Hey, I'm looking for a good producer. I need to cut a couple of songs. Here's my budget. You will get inundated with people wanting to do it. If you want somebody to mix or produce your record, you can go on air gigs. You can hire me on air gigs to play on your song. You can hire all kinds of professional musicians, but it takes money. Right? I can't work for free. You know what? I'm giving this advice essentially for free right now. There's no guarantees that this video is going to do anything. There's no guarantees that this is going to blow up and some magic producer is going to see my video and go, I need to hire you to do a TED Talk. But you know what? I'm getting up and doing the work anyway. This is not easy, man. This is not easy. Building a following. It's not easy. I've been twisting and turning the Rubik cube of life my whole life. Maybe I've figured out something. Maybe I'm on to something. Maybe getting up at the crack of dawn and telling people how life is. Maybe that is the key to life. But one fact that you need to learn from this video is no one is coming to save you. Only you can save yourself.